Starting five is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. It's the first time in the league na dalawang player halos magkasabay ina-announce. JC and JB Marcelino in the starting lineup. Kasama nila si Will Macaloni, Rob Celis, and Toto Villarreal for Nueva Ecija. The visiting San Juan Knights, Royce Alforque, Sean Jackson getting a surprise start. Mike Calisaan, Arvin Gamboa, and Ron Dennison, who's been solid this season for San Juan after that ACL injury, also getting the starting nod para kay Coach Alex Angeles and Coach Don Dulay for Nueva Ecija. Two extremely hard-working coaches here battling it out in our main game as well.
Pero bago ako mag-comment doon, I would probably beg to differ sa unang sinabi mo. Kasi parang nagsabay na rin tinawag si Alan and James Mangahas. Nung pinasok sa loob, meron pang Matt and Marlo Aquino. Mag-ama pa yun. Pero ito kambal kasi. Kambal eh.
Nag-turbo twins ang pag-introduce eh.
Tama.
There's Will Macaloni. Yes. Inside, Jackson showing us his athleticism there para sa agaw na to. A turnover for Nueva Ecija in their first possession. Arvin Gamboa up against Robbie Celis. They go to Dennison. Alforque. 8 seconds to work with. Gamboa. Atake. Gamboa trying to go for the reverse. Rebound ni Robbie Celis. Celis drives. Left-handed scoop. Won't go. Rebound ni Calisaan. Takbuhan to. San Juan and Nueva Ecija. Calisaan. Kicks it out. Alforque for three. Masyado malakas. Out of bounds.
Now that's actually good execution in the half court and in transition by San Juan. Just unable to buy a basket, no. The first miss was by Gamboa. Wasn't able to finish strong. And the open shot by Alforque in transition. Tingnan natin kung ano meron ng Nueva Ecija sa possession ito. They go inside to Macaloni to open up this ball game.
Macaloni scores underneath, and it's been a while, you know, since we've seen a really dominant game galing kay Will Macaloni. He's had plenty of that over the course of his career dito sa Nueva Ecija, but injuries have been a problem para kay Will. And ang ganda doon sa game against Bulacan is that I felt that he sort of got his rhythm in that game.
Well, yun ang maganda sa mga ganung laro. Si Dennison inside with the finish. You can use it as a springboard para papasok sa mga big games tulad na meron sila ngayong araw. Home court pa nila. E tingnan natin kung si Macaloni can follow through on that.
Robbie attacks middle. Masyado malakas. Alforque gets on the end of the loose ball, and Royce Alforque is away.
I can't believe what I just saw because he out-sprinted itong si JV Marcelino for the loose ball and eventually to beat him at the rim for the layup. Bihira mangyari yun.
Yeah. I think this is the reason why Jackson has been inserted into the starting lineup. And he has the assignment on JC Marcelino. Check out this fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X-Pop, personal karaoke speaker. Everyday karaoke.
Kung titignan mo, no, medyo lamang sa pwesto before the loose ball. Biglang na-outsprint ni Alforque and was able to go for that ball. Again, for the layup and the turnover forced once again by San Juan. So that's 2 straight turnovers against Nueva.
Coach Don Dulay. Was Ivan Cuevas there? Tabi niya. 4-2. Their toughest test so far, parehong kupunan. San Juan and Nueva Ecija. Dennison launches the three. Short rebound. Macaloni. Villarreal was ahead. And Jackson negating the transition opportunity para kay JC. Quick hands by Dennison, but Macaloni flips it up and in.
Maganda no, nung pag-handle ni Macaloni ng pressure doon. 2 white shirts rotating on him. got a mishandle of the ball, was able to recover and showing the touch of that tough angle in the short corner.
Gamboa knocks down that 10-footer. It's 6-4. Robbie. Now with Toto. Macaloni. Well defended. Taken away by San Juan. It's Denison on the move. Ron Denison. Blocked by Toto Vallarias. And a foul on looks like JC Marcelino. Kay Mike Alisan. This is the play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Beautiful bounce pass right there to Gamboa for that short corner jumper. And on the fast break, San Juan, actually na-outnumber sila rin eh. 2 white shirts inside the paint. I believe that was Denison and si Calisaan. And 3 green shirts. And yet, ang nakakuha pa ng second chance ay yung disadvantage. No? Kaya si Calisaan na-foul nandito na sa free throw line.
Calisaan 6 the free throw, 2 for 2. 8-4. There's a parang ramdam ko yung tension dito sa loob ng Coliseum natin. Robbie Celis, he has not found his rhythm yet in this ball game.
Well contested by Gamboa.
Inside, Calisaan cleans it up.
And quickly attacks on the other end. Simple create on the drive. Jackson making some solid plays with his passing.
10-4. Macaloni, they go to Robbie inside. He lays it in.
Ayan yung isang paraan to get yourself going. Nabanggit mo, medyo nag-struggle siya sa start ng larong ito. Pinasok niya na sa loob.
Alforque shoots over JV Marcelino. Quick hands by JV. Quickly to Celis. Robbie attacks and he draws the foul on Arvin Gamboa. And grabe yung coaching instinct ni Coach Don. He calls up Manaytay after those 2 straight misses. And then as soon as Robbie Celis scores on this assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory.
Pinabalik na ulit.
All with 1xBet.
Return to sender. At ito si Robbie Celis of that transition of what I thought was really a poor decision on the part of Arvin Gamboa. Hindi naman siya talaga naiwanan, to give up that foul. Every time you want to give up a foul, especially in transition, it's only sa pagkakataon wherein the player is going for a clear layup. Giving up the foul instead of the 2. But that time, I thought he had a chance to give a good contest. And sometimes, even giving a good contest, baka pumasok, pero at least, nandun ka instead of giving up the 2 free throws.
It's 10-7. Halfway through this first period, Sean Jackson. We go to Calisaan, fires and hits over Macaloni. He's on his game.
Excellent read right there by Calisaan. Pagka-face basket niya, naramdaman niya, nakita niya itong si Macaloni, hindi lumapit. And hand down, he was able to knock down that short corner.
Marcelino shoots. Mintes Alforque with the rebound. Royce pushing. Jackson stepped on the line. And this is the thing with San Juan's team as well. Alam natin, JV Marcelino, perhaps the 2 of the most athletic guards in the league. But San Juan has some young legs to counter.
Tama ka dyan,
Sabandal, Alforque, Jackson, and Nico Panganiban to some extent.
Pag pumasok, di ba? At maganda pa rito, meron din silang mga veterano tulad ni Reynald Hugnatan. You could consider also si Denison, a veteran, especially the way he plays. You see the pass once again by Jackson. This time, incomplete though by Calisaan.
Robbie Celis, nice spin. Bigay kay Macaloni. Basket plus the foul.
Yeah, here's the thing with NUEVA ECIJA. A little bit undersized, you could say, on the 4 is Robbie Celis. But offensively, what he brings to the table is not only some scoring, but some playmaking. That time, with the spin move, the drop pass, and he has a reliable 5-man in Macaloni. for the finish.
Yeah, 7 points for Will Macaloni, and yan ang importante. That Bulacan game is the reason why agad-agad Will Macaloni going to work.
They finished with 19 points and 11 rebounds. To your point, it'll see Will Macaloni in less than 23 minutes.
Ron Dennison, switch dito. Gamboa fires and hits over Robbie Celis. A steal by Jackson. Oh! The hang time, the bump, and the basket from Sean Jackson.
So 4 straight points on the part of the San Juan. And just being careless with the basketball on the inbounds. Sean Jackson taking advantage, seizing the opportunity yung binigay sa kanya. No? Not only the task of guarding the former MVP na si JC Marcelino, but also scoring off the steal with a beautiful, ala Jordan yun with the English.
He completes the three-point play.
Orlan Wamar checks in.
Yeah, extends the lead, 17-10. Ryan Costello is also in the game. Toto to Macaloni, the sidestep beauty. Galing kay Will Macaloni, 9 points in the game.
Just poor rotation defensively. 2 white shirts actually rotated doon sa role ni Macaloni on the right side. Pero pati yung dalawang yun, naiwanan pa niya with the sidestep. And another basket by Sean Jackson. This time, a 3-pointer. So that's 6 straight points for Mr. Jackson.
Sorry, Miss Jackson.
He is for real.
Toto, short. Ivani Jackson, solid play so far from Sean Jackson. Gamboa, jumper, short. Rebound, Macaloni.
I didn't like that shot. I know Gamboa has hit a few jumpers, but I thought he should have gone underneath as his partner, his big man in Galisan, had a mismatch, a guard on him.
Celis sees a gap, layup short, no. And the stick back from Will Macaloni. Got away with a shove on Calisan there, no call. And Macaloni is up to 11 points in the game.
Probably the easiest offensive rebound and step back you'll see in this game.
Let's see how quick Marcelino was there, pero does not end up as a turnover. It will stay with San Juan. Check out this Gigster great move of the game. Born for greatness. Calculado ang galaw ni Will Macaloni. There's a foul away from the ball. Costello has been slapped with a personal while defending Orlan Wamar.
Panganiban checks in, sabay ni Robles sila mag-match up ngayon.
Manaytay and Jammer Hamito, Billy Robles, John Wilson, and Ryan Costello, the 5 on the floor. Here's Reynel Hognata and Papa Ray. It's always a clinic at the post when Papa Ray's around.
Surely, and you would think at this point of his career, he would need some time to warm up. Hindi uso ang diesel kay Papa Ray. Gasolina pa rin ang kanyang tangke.
Robles exploiting the mismatch. And he puts it in, 22-16. Billy Robles was the best player a couple of games back para sa Nueva Ecija. There's a foul on Costello, number 2 on Ryan.
2 quick ones.
And without JC Colliar, who has moved on to the PBA. And check out this play first, galing kay Papa Ray up against Jammer Hamito.
Ilang dekada ba natin nakita na yung tira na yan? NBA days pa yan eh.
Tama. Wamar, jumper. No, over the top. Minute and 44 remaining here in the first period. Di pa humihingi ang timeout yung parehong kupunan. Costello, Manaytay, Robles, Wilson, and Hamito. 5 for Nueva Ecija. Maiques, Wamar, Soberano, Panganiban, and Nugnatan for San Juan. Costello drives. The kick out to Billy Robles. Robles forcing this one. Nandun si Jammer. Natapik ni Dexter Marquez. Wamar to Nico Panganiban. Too strong. Rebound. Nakuha ni Billy Robles. The action has been frenetic in this first period. Costello will fire. No. Rebound, Hugnatan.
Shot selection, last two shots for Nueva Ecija has been questionable. At corner 3 by Robles was trying to fish for a foul. Ganun din yung kay Costello, kaya empty possession sila ron.
There's a switch here. Marquez on Robles. And he gets tied up with Dexter Marquez, a foul on the Ilonggo Superman.
No, a chance to extend the lead obviously para kay Marquez with these 2 free throws. Managing the fouls defensively para San Juan as they have 2 more fouls to give. So if you're Nueva Ecija, maganda sana mabilis yung atake mo.
As here's the official outfitter of the MPBL. As usual, we see the reaction from Senator Jinggoy Estrada every time his player misses a free throw.
Napapakamot.
1 for 2 for Dexter Marquez. 7-point advantage for the Knights. He was able to lead Bacoor to a South Division championship a couple of seasons back.
With Bacoor, yes, and
Also, last season with Caloocan.
Caloocan.
That stint was cut short. Season before that, he was actually with Bacolod as Manaytay misses from in close. Wamar. Bounce pass to Marquez. Nabitawan ng bola. Turnover San Juan. Bola ng Nueva Ecija. 43 seconds remaining. First quarter action dito sa Palayan City. 2 undefeated teams. Wilson to Manaytay. Costello drives the runner from Ryan.
What a beautiful skip pass by Manaytay to Costello, because that skip pass allowed Costello with the drive as the defense was closing out on him. And a tough finish nonetheless by the point guard of Nueva Ecija.
Nathan against Jammer Hamito. He's got the baseline there, and there he
How
goes.
about that?
There he goes.
In his bag. Earlier, it was a fadeaway using the right shoulder. This time, goes to the left shoulder for the right-handed hook.
Three-pointer from Wilson. Won't go. Rebound ni Wamar. And that will do it. First quarter in the books. Dito sa Palayan City. Matchup between 2 undefeated teams. First 10 minutes sees San Juan Knights taking control with a 7-point lead.
Now these jumpers were key for San Juan to take the lead. The ability of their bigs to stretch the floor. This was the attack by Robbie Celis after the spin move. And Papa Ray, this was the second move. Pinakita na isa siyang player na kaliwanan. Kaya sa kaliwa, kaya sa kanan. 25-15.
They have been talking about how Sean Jackson could eventually come out like this. Tubong Las Vegas, Nevada, where he played a lot of ball growing up, was always comfortable being a wingman. He hopes to be of great help to Orlando. I hope we get to start something good together, he said. Sigaw Coach Chris.
Maraming salamat, Mika. And Sean Jackson has come in and made a big impact in that strong start of San Juan so far. Papa Ray misses the 3 and field goal shooting. Both, I think, excellent. More possessions lang, more shots lang for San Juan.
Because San Juan had a total of 3 offensive rebounds compared to 1 for Nueva Ecija. Kaya +4 yung kanilang attempts with 21 compared to only 17. A good defense by Wamar. Just, keeping his ground, putting his hands up, putting a wall on Costello and forcing a much tougher shot. Kaya airball yun. Turnover. Bola ngayon sa Knights.
Sean Jackson, and that was the trump card. Unang labas. Galing kay Coach Alex Angeles. Titingnan natin kung ano pa yung kanyang pwedeng ilabas dito. Marquez with a spin. The up and under won't go. Rebound nakuha ni Billy Robles. They have numbers here. Nueva Ecija. Robles bigay kay Manaytay. To the corner. Oh, travel.
So failing to exploit yung 5-on-4 advantage as Marquez. Possession prior after the spin move falls down. But sprinting back though, and then the help defense and the recovery, and because he sprinted down, eventually forced yung extra steps laban sa Nueva Ecija.
Nathan on the other side this time. 7th turnover for Nueva Ecija. Apare well defended, uses the right hand this time. Ang ganda ng adjustment ni Jammer, but Nico Panganiban is there for the stick back.
Because he knew Papa Ray was determined after 2 straight baskets in the last quarter to take that shot, and he was in position para sa rebound with the stick back.
Wilson, the former San Juan Knight. John Wilson. The basket plus the foul from John Wilson. Like Nueva Ecija.
Well, anytime you're a former MVP of this league, a 20-point scorer, and then you're put into a situation wherein your role is going to be different. John Wilson has certainly shown that he has embraced that role and certainly willing to sacrifice and accept yung mga bagay na kaya niyang gawin at yung mga hindi niya kayang gawin at yung sakripisyo na kailangan para manalo ng kampyonato dito sa Nueva Ecija.
It's a solid pick provided by Orlan Omar on the roll from Dexter Marquez. Easy too.
Sila na naman. Last game sila yun ah.
Oo, pero this time, hindi si Omar nagpasa. Nagpick lang siya. JC Marcelino has yet to get going in this ball game. Orlan Omar. Usually there are stretches in the game that Orlan Omar takes over. Marquez, fake, labas, steal, Wilson. And John Wilson will get the easy two.
A poor decision by Marquez. Was able to drive already. I thought he should have swung the ball, reversed it to the other side. There was a slight 2-on-1. I believe was Hugnatan and Panganiban. But instead it resulted sa turnover. Layup na libre sa kabila.
Masikip dun sa kabila. Na kay Dexter Marquez ngayon. Manaytay defending him.
Another turnover.
Back-to-back turnovers. Robles. Manaytay. Hang time move. No. Robles trying to... He rushed the putback. Manaytay powers through. And it's 29-25. Nueva Ecija within 4, but Coach Don Dulay speaking highly of his counterpart in the San Juan bench, Coach Alex Hangenes. But you know what I like about that? It's too real because there's a tricycle in the background.
Yes. Good observation.
Marcelino, 3-on-1 break. Jammer for 2. 2-point lead na lang dito for San Juan.
Turnovers.
Look at how... Oh, they forgot about Orlan. Corner 3. Pasok yan!
Oh, what an answer by Orlan Omar after the turnover by San Juan that resulted into a layup. Extends the lead back to 5.
You know, Orlan Omar is so deadly with the ball in his hands, but off the ball,
ganda rin kumilos,
my
no?
gosh, he is underrated sa ganyang aspeto ng laro niya. Manaytay faces up and banks it in over Marquez.
Love that shot. Reminds me of a legend. You might have heard of it. His name is Tim Duncan.
Absolutely. Wamar trying to take charge. Misses the 3. Calisan and Cranian Veloria come in. This is the 3-point shot brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
And that's the advantage of having a guy like Reynel Hugnatan, because he's not only a reliable player, he's also a smart player. Tulad ng play na yun, pagpasa sa kanya ng bola, alam niya na, no, malilibre. Etong si Orlan Omar doon sa left corner, hindi na nagdalawang isip, pagkatanggap, pinasa kagad.
No, they're not going to challenge it. Blocking foul on Orlan Omar. And a driving JC Marcelino. Wilson goes inside. John Wilson is fouled by Cranial Viloria.
John Wilson has certainly been aggressive, no? Yung dalawang atake niya, that being the second one on the left side of the floor. This was the fast break.
Last break of the game is brought to you by Extreme X Play on-the-go speaker. Take your music anywhere. And NUEVA ECIJA won the series against San Juan in Season 4 North Division Finals. Season 5, San Juan eliminated them in the
Second round, I believe.
Yeah, conference semifinals. Oh, they forgot about Cranial. Again, Orlando Omar, the vision of Orlando Omar, the league's top assist man, 8.7 assists per game. Manaytay, mintis ang kanyang 3 rebound ni Viloria. Papa Ray running the floor on the other side. Orlando Omar against Manaytay, probing, bigay kay Nico Panganiban. That's a 3, that's short. Here's JC Marcelino pushing. Marcelino in the lane, drop off to Jammer Hamito, trying to gain control, in and out. Panganiban secures the rebound, now with Wamar. Orlan makes his move, drop off again. Panganiban is fouled by Billy Robles. This is the assist of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Off the dribble, no, I believe on the right side of the head of was that JC Marcelino?
Yes.
Yeah, of JC Marcelino. Marcelino, by the way, has yet to score in this game. Both of them. Take your pick.
Well, JC does have 3 rebounds and 3 assists.
But compared to his counterpart, yung matchup, you know, Omar has 3 points, but has lesser.
Ask Coach Rob Wainwright as the big man coach how it is mixing Manaytay with huge names in Macaloni, Hamito, and Robbie Celis. He said, great. He's very humble, very coachable, strong, but not taking over anybody. Sabi naman ni Manaytay, I know my role as a rookie. I will never step on anybody, especially my big brothers. And Cap Robbie Celis said this, I want him to be the new face of NUEVA ECIJA. I always tell him, it's your time, Christian. Sipagan mo pa. Big words from Cap Rob. Si Del's Coach Chris.
Thank you so much, Minka. Your namesake,
Yeah.
Christian Manaytay.
And I saw that dunk, by the way, and my first reaction, actually I had 2 reactions. Ang unang reaction ko, wow. My second reaction was a prayer. Really, sabi ko, Lord, life is truly unfair. Because Christian din naman ang pangalan ko, galing din naman akong UST. Pero bakit ako, kahit nung kabataan ko, hindi ko magawa yung gano'n, yung putback slam na yon. And, but what a highlight that was for Christian Manaytay. And truly, he was a handful. You know, back in his collegiate days, especially the last 2 years, ang malaking improvement talaga ni Manaytay. And I think to me, yung biggest asset ni Manaytay, aside from his rebounding, his finishing, is his toughness inside.
And you know, he's, from my observation in his first few games here in the NBA, he's very level-headed.
Tama.
Doesn't get carried away. Always even-keeled kahit anong pressure na laro. Di ko nakikita yan na masyadong nagre-reklamo. Doesn't get too emotional with the stuff that's happening on the court. But Will Macaloni has been
A force.
a powerful force.
Yes.
36-34.
13 points, I believe.
14.
Yeah, 14 for Will.
Orlando Omar. Inside Kalisaan. Nabitawan ng bola. Tosi Tancinco. With some great D there on the help. Macaloni quickly to Robbie Celis. Could not get the bounce. Rebounding Viloria. Here's Wamar. Joe M. Sabandal is in the game. Papa Ray inside. Lost it. JC Marcelino to Tosi Tancinco. Nice fake. Tosi finishes. Tie game at 36 with 3 minutes to play in the first half, and Coach Alex Angeles calls timeout.
Defense fueling their offense. The stop right here, the fake and the basket. Two impactful plays by Tancinco to force a timeout by San Juan. Having a back-to-the-basket game, yung pupuntahan mo kagad sa poste. Nakita mo sa mga highlights na yun. Mostly he was a screener. The last part, he was running the lanes and got rewarded by Robbie Celis. So there's a lot that come to it. Every time you score the basketball, it's not just having the basketball, it's moving without the basketball. Tahonera makes an impact right away. After that timeout, binasok siya. Wala nang warm-up. Shoot kagad.
Big. Jeff Tahonera, I think he's there to defend Will Macalone, to contain him. And look at Jeff trying to body up on Will Macalone. That's a foul. But every time you get a three-pointer though from Jeff Tahonera,
it's a bonus.
Sobra.
Yes, it's a bonus because first of all, it stretches the floor. So it helps guys like Orlan Wamar to drive the ball inside, have more space. And I was about to say, and that's something that I think Nueva ECIJA can exploit, yes, but at the same time, I don't think they should get away dun sa pinoint out natin. Macalone giving screens, rolling, forcing the defense to rotate.
Free throw of the game brought to you by Extreme Appliances, a subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. And Macalone adds to his tally. Tahonera back to Wamar. Orlan against another All-MPBL first-team player. He misses the three. The tap is with Celis. JC Marcelino. Here's a switch. Robbie got the step. Oh. There's a foul earlier.
A foul and an extra motion by Tahonera. After the whistle, mayroon pang aksyon na nangyari. Ito yung
that was the hard foul.
That was a hard foul, clearly. And then another one afterwards. Yan ulit.
Yeah. Twice. Robbie Celis was just asking, pa-check na lang sa review.
Oo. Kung merong rule na pwede ka makakuha ng 3 foul sa isang play, baka yun na yun eh. Kasi tatlong beses hinampas ni Tahonera si Celis. Now, you could get 2 in one instance, committing a foul and getting a technical, which is equivalent to also a foul. But 3, that's something that we have yet to see. Wala pa sa rulebook yan.
Number 33, Jeff Tahonera is second. Warning on number 33, Jeff Tahonera.
So only one foul.
Like behavior.
And unsportsmanlike warning. And syempre, pag Jeff Tahonera, nagiging crowd favorite agad yan sa mga away games. Here's
well, even the home games.
And there. The crowd reacting to the replay.
And this is what I love about the home and away concept. Especially when you have the big TV and then the people getting more engaged, especially if it's the home team. That's why hindi ko gusto pag minsan hindi pinapakita. Sometimes for good reason, I understand. Pero pag pinapakita natin, really, it's more for the fans.
Yeah. 40-39. Under 2 minutes to play in the first half. Joe M. Sabandal to Jeff Tahonera. Bigay kay Cranial Viloria. Binapatay ni Tancinco. Cranial has an advantage here. There's a switch. Cranial to Taho. 3 seconds in the shot clock. Sabandal has to fire.
Almost beat the clock right there. That ball was in and out, but Tahonera was able to get a hand in. And then getting another possession.
Oo. It's credit.
Tahonera.
For the extra possession. Viloria against Robbie Celis. Cranial fires. No good. Calisan blocked by Marcelino. Referee Mike Kinay. Tinamaan si Will Macaloni on the way down.
Nag-iiba talaga yung laro, no? Pag pumapasok si Tahonera, biglang pumapasok yung mind games eh. Suddenly, you're having second thoughts of your natural movement because you're so concerned, of getting hit and yung mga extracurricular things. But really, this is more of, Nueva Ecija not boxing out first and then putting themselves in a position to commit a foul. Kalisaan, I'm sure sinasabi ng iba rito, ball don't lie, na-miss yung unang free throw niya.
Great numbers there from Mike Kalisaan.
Halos double-double yan, 9.4 rebounds with 15 assists, 15 points, excuse me.
7 points and 3 rebounds so far. They get it across Nueva Ecija. Tancinco finds Celis. Mag-alangan, turnover. Calisan running the break, lost it. And a foul on Calisan. San Juan over the limit. 2 free throws coming up para kay JC Marcelino.
What a recovery by Nueva Ecija, because it feels like this game, whichever team turns the ball over, they make them pay on the other side. At that time, Nueva Ecija naka-recover sila, nakuha nila yung bola muli. And then, na-foul pa sila ngayon. Si Marcelino nasa line.
Now that's turnover number 8 for San Juan. 7 turnovers for Nueva Ecija.
They're pretty much even in the points from turnover. 10 para sa
kanina,
Nueva and then 9 para sa San Juan.
When it was a 9-point lead because Nueva Ecija was turning the ball over.
Right.
For a 9-point lead for San Juan kanina. And Gamboa returns to the floor. Manaytay is back as well for Nueva Ecija. Nueva Ecija has taken the lead here, 42-40, under a minute to play. Wamar against Macaloni now. Wamar is ahead. Wamar floats. What a shot.
Now they go for the switch. Malaking yung big man ang kumuha, no? Kay Orlan Wamar was able to beat Macaloni. But how about that?
That's
finger roll.
Steph Curry-esque. Oh, steal by Viloria. 8 turnover para dito sa Nueva Ecija. Gamboa is fouled. 2 free throws coming up. So, tingnan natin ulit dito. Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Ang layo ng finger roll na yon.
Able to beat basically tatlong green shirt. Splitting JC and Macaloni. And then that finger roll finish over the outstretched arms of Manaytay. Somewhere, natutuwa si Iceman, si George Gervin.
Lalim na naman ang hugot mo, partner.
Hindi, siya yung nagpauso.
Kaya nga eh. Kaya nga eh. Pero lalim nun. Lalim nun.
Ang ganda nun eh.
50 greatest players pa ng NBA ngayon.
Oo.
75 na ngayon.
75 yan. Tama ka.
Manaytay drives. Bank shot won't go. Macaloni with the cleanup. What a half for Will Macaloni. 18 points, 5 rebounds para kay Will Macaloni. And Nueva Ecija has a 1-point lead. Tahonera will fire. Misfires this time. Rebound. Tancinco nearly caught by Cranial Viloria. Manaytay is not aware of the clock. What a terrific half of basketball dito sa Nueva Ecija Coliseum. Two teams
throwing punches.
Yeah, throwing punches and trying
Both
to...
teams. That's why it's a 1-point game.
44-43, lamang ang home team. Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards in this